things we learned just now. One of our heads doesn't recognize our intro. The second, the engineer needs to figure out.
It changed twice in 50 weeks. And I'm thrown off by that.
You're thrown off by everything.
And the second thing is, the engineer needs to figure out what it is.
A slider's a little hamburger.
So this is WCOM
LP
103.5 Carborough
and
Chapel Hill.
And trick question, there's no other end. It's Carborough and Chapel Hill.
Third thing we've learned, someone here is an ass.
and guess what, folks? You can get a good odds on that, and
take it to the bank.
Yeah, it's a 4 out of 4 chance.
True.
Let's see. We have a very non-special treat for you.
Actually, special treat.
We have a treat for ourselves. I brought cookies. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, and ladies and gentlemen, if you know the phone number for the radio station, you can call in and we'll save you a call. Because we don't know the phone number for the radio station. Paul says it's somewhere. And I don't know what that means other than, like, Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz.
It's in Spanish.
Ooh, the phone number's in Spanish. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Uno.
That's not right.
No, that's English. You're still speaking English. Sorry.
Quality radio.
It's on the website. If you can look it up, just the WCOM
FM.org.
103.5 and just look it up online for the call-in number.
The LP stands for Listen, People.
I thought it stood for a little peanut.
Or Locos Parentis.
Okay.
It's Latin.
Well,
that's right. I knew it was Latin.
So,
phrase.
So, you've heard me talk about this enough.
I've heard him talk about it way too much.
Tonight we are going to be listening to my show, The Adventures of MechaBetty, the first episode, and premiering the rough cut of the second episode immediately afterwards. Well,
Is that
almost
the beta version?
Yes, it's the beta version, and like it has most of the music, some of the sound effects, and
all the talking.
Hopefully,
but all the walking.
Because it walks the way it talks. That's true.
Hopefully not accidentally screw up the editing, because I've been up since like 6 o'clock this morning editing because technical issues. I did not get all of the lines and whatnot until like last night and whatnot. And actually, and also
whatnot.
Yeah, it takes almost 2 hours to render Betty's voice in the robot tone.
Oh wow.
Wait, hold up. Technical difficulties. Isn't this a funny way to say time zones?
Yes.
Maybe. So,
floating chickens.
Without further ado, our engineer is going to bring us
What's
into...
this, Bo?
But you have to ask him, please. You must say the word please.
I run off of please and thank yous.
Please play my show so that way people can hear it.
Yay!
So, I may have figured out, we do have the magnificent, glorious little pea pod. Yes, I mean an actual literal peeps. We have like a little plate in front of the microphone that actually made MechaBetty.
Na, na, na.
Yes, I am indeed the person that made that. And it's all thanks to the wondrous voice actors that decide, hey, we're going to help you make this thing for free because we know it's going to be huge and you'll be able to ludicrous amounts of money eventually. And then to which I responded, good luck with that.
And it depends on what I mean by eventually.
Yes.
So, we do have questions, though.
Oh.
It's got layering. I mean, the layering of voice plus the sound effects in the background and the music. I mean, it's quite good. It's quite seamless.
Is there a question in there, though?
How? There's an interrogative.
Well,
what?
Lots of hard work and listening to radio drama and stuff like that. I'm like, actually, one of my biggest inspirations for MechaBetty is Prairie Home Companion. because I'm like, well, the subject is completely different. I mean, like, just the fun sort of style with, like, you know, good music, sound effects, and enjoyable voices to listen to. It's really what I was trying to go for.
But how live could you do something like this? What level of live? If you had enough microphones, could you do a show like this in front of an audience?
It'd be thousands of dollars, and most of that money would be plane tickets.
Because all...
Yes, they're everywhere, mostly along the West Coast.
Okay.
And so...
Backing up a couple of potentially 100 steps, inspiration. Because we need to start at the beginning. Like, what caused you to, like, fall out of bed one day and go, I have an idea?
Well, the
or
thing
SpongeBob would say, I have an idea.
Actually, well, basically, I have ideas like this all the time. It's just enough of, does it interest me enough to follow through with it? And it's more of like a series of ideas that got put together into some abomination mera of a story. Mm-hmm. And like MechaBetty herself is actually from me just trying to draw, and I was like, okay, I'm going to draw a woman cyborg. And I was looking up references on Google, like just Googling woman cyborg. And then all of them looked like bikini-clad women, on like plastic-wearing bikini women. And it's just like... And then I looked up cyborg men, and it's like they looked anything like from a turtle to a giant tank
right.
to like all sorts. I'm like, it's just like, why isn't there a woman cyborg character that isn't there any kind of sci-fi character that's a woman that isn't like overtly sexualized?
Something more practical and still female. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I love Commander Shepard, the female version in Mass Effect. On like, you know, she actually wears armor and stuff like that.
Right.
And it's just like, why can't we have that with like a cyborg? Why can't we have that in...
Okay, so why did you pick a radio drama rather than a comic book? I mean, you do have the skills to go either direction. You chose this particular one.
Because I don't feel like I could do it justice on like a... I wanted something that people could listen to and enjoy and take their minds off of things while they're able to do other things. Like, you know, with a radio drama, you could drive,
right,
on like, or something like that. And the greatest, most relaxing experiences, most zen-like experiences, is listening to a good audio while on a long road trip. And if I could provide that with my story, fantastic. Let's see. We have the second episode of MechaBetty, and I'm worried that I might not have enough time if we prolong this interview because it's like about 15 minutes long.
Oh, no. We're good on time. We actually have enough time for a song or two in between.
Okay, then.
Fear not.
Any other questions before we get going?
Next step for MechaBetty. I've seen some of the drawings. I've seen some of the... when you go to the YouTube site, you see what seems almost like a teaser of video animation. It's kind of fun, and you're starting to see there's a net. That's really cool because you can visualize them, but is there a potential to go to some level of or full animation?
Actually, yes. I'm actually trying to learn how to animate at the moment. I'm still at the very beginning. The next major step is I plan on doing 10 episodes for season 1. And I'm going to be running a Patreon so that way people can fund it. And like, if people like it, then I can fund more than one season. But the main thing is that if I had just a little bit of support and stuff like that, I could put more of my time to learning how to animate, and then I'd go back and animate every episode.
That would be very cool. What's the Patreon address?
Is www.patreon.com/MechaBetty.
Good.
So I'm like, it's pretty look up, or just look up MechaBetty. I'm pretty sure I have it linked to a million different places you can probably find it on Google. But I'm like, I'm not expecting it to be a huge financial success, but I'm like, if decide that they really like it and want to support the show, more power to them and more power to me, so that way I can focus more of my time on MechaBetty.
Let's hear that next clip. The second ep.
Are
We're doing music?
Yeah, we're doing music.
Let's hear music then.
right.
Who might have judged?
We have no plans here. We walk in and go like, oh, wait, we're in a radio station.
We had plans for cookies, vodka, and coffee.
No, those were all impromptu.
Were they really? Oh. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey Tim, what you got there? I have some delicious and nutritious Titan Core brand fortified coffee with 5 times the caffeine. I love it so much. It's so good. Oh my god, it's delicious. Can I have some?
I will consume your soul, Drake. And if you touch my coffee, I'll kill you.
Titan Core coffee, it's so yummy. Drink every drop until you pop. We're not liable for your death. Titan Core coffee.
And
Okay.
he realized I did not give the signal to go.
I'm just not good at it, ladies and gentlemen.
Look for this hand.
I'm
It
going-
tells you things. What is it telling you now?
To stop.
Okay. So
Episodes 1 and 2 of MechaBetty. And as we said before, you can go investigate it yourself on YouTube. And you can also go investigate participating in your own gentle and kind way on the Patreon account.
if you want to have a link to everything just for your convenience, just go to, www.mechabetty.com. And like that has everything. Or if you just Google MechaBetty, it's probably one of the three things because no one else uses MechaBetty. It's not a common name, apparently.
Hold up. Does anyone smell oranges besides me?
Oranges?
Yeah, I smell oranges for some reason.
Nope. If it was, well, okay. Anybody out there smell oranges? Please call us on the phone number that's somewhere in this room.
That's me. It's like when you're about to die, you smell like oranges or lemons or something.
You're still
I-
looking at me
Okay,
while you're talking,
well,
which means I'm not
It
here.
wasn't important.
It was important because if you're smelling oranges, that's right. If you're smelling oranges, unicorns are farting somewhere.
We completely derailed off of MechaBetty via me phantom smelling oranges.
Okay, so do you have any last questions for Arthur?
Are oranges going to be involved?
No.
Aww.
I would like to know what is the next step for episode 2? It sounded very, very good from our point of view. So we still need to work on it.
Oh, it needs more music. It needs more sound effects. It needs to have some of the sound effects lowered so that way you can actually hear the dialogue better. It doesn't quite have that cleanness that I'm going for. On episode 1, but I want to keep on improving so that way every episode sounds better than the last.
So 10 episodes is your initial goal.
Yep.
What about a long episode? When would there be an episode, a MechaBetty spectacular, a MechaBetty long play?
Actually, that's actually one of the goals in the Patreon is to make every episode go from 15, 20 minutes to 30, 45 minutes. Actually, I'm combining the scripts to episodes 4 and 5 together because I already have those episodes out pretty much. Just so you know, season 1, that's all going to be them fighting back and since the alien menace. I already have the plot written for season 2 and 3.
Nice.
But, not going to bother writing those completely if, no one is listening on, subscribe to, money is fine and all, but if I know you're listening and enjoying the show...
It's literally what gets him up in the morning.
That's
Yes. So basically, be my morning wood
We can set on air.
and subscribe.
Our guess is, oh well, it worked.
So subscribe to MechaBetty on YouTube, on Tumblr, on
so happy my
SoundCloud.
mom doesn't know what
Comment,
that means.
like it, enjoy it, and I will make more of it. And if you give me money, I will make it even better.
He's like the little man who wakes up and he has to make the donuts every morning. If you're not eating donuts, what's the point, ladies and germs?
So you might have wasted another perfectly good hour listening to the adventures of MechaBetty being
Good part.
hijacked.
The hijacking part could be considered a waste. So remember, you're going to get all this time back at the end of your life. All you do is fill out the correct forms and submit them to the supreme being of your choice and say, wait a minute, I wasted over 4 hours during the second decade of the thousands listening to the Blotter radio zine on WCOM LP Chapel Hill Grove.
Our music, in addition to the glorious MechaBetty, we had Rooster for the Masses giving us music. We had Wired Weird and Dull Thud from their album Gallo.
I had a little
speaking
brother
of
once
music.
we named Dull Thud.
Speaking of music, if you enjoy MechaBetty and you're a musician, I feature your music in the musical break of the episode, and I will link you and all that sort of stuff. So, just like, do it now.
If you want to get that information to us, send that to the Blotter magazine, and we will make sure that Wes gets it at the Blotter's email address, which is chief@blotterrag.com. That's it. I've got
Yeah, and we have run out of things to say. Good night.